Hello, Nasdaq followers, and welcome to another edition of Trade Talks. My name is Lyanne Alfaro, and we're coming to you live from Times Square, New York City on Giving Tuesday, a very appropriate day to talk about shopping this holiday season. Joining me right now is VP of Commerce at Adobe, Jason Woosley. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
So I'm really excited to talk about Adobe's holiday retail report, which has been released recently and has been tracking spending this holiday season. So I have some interesting facts I brought with me this morning from your report. Consumers so far have spent $58.5 billion with leading date as Cyber Monday just yesterday, and that's already exceeded expectations so far.
It's exceeding expectations across the board, right? We've broken records on Thanksgiving, we broke records on Black Friday. The weekend was an incredible sales day, and then Cyber Monday, now the largest U.S. online sales day in U.S. history. So it's fantastic, coming in at $7.9 billion, almost a 20% increase year over year.
And I was looking at the numbers just yesterday, and it seems to have leaped up in a considerable amount overnight. So could you tell me about these couple of golden hours that take place on Cyber Monday?
Yeah, one of the really interesting parts of our data is that's identification of 3 special hours on Cyber Monday, and it really falls between about 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. Pacific time. And during those 3 hours, a retailer will do as much business as they will do on a normal day in a non-holiday period. It's an absolute incredible concentration of activity. We think it has a lot to do with some of the expirations of the Cyber Monday promotions, and then bringing kind of all that together. Folks on the West Coast getting off work, and folks on the East Coast, kind of starting to see those expiration dates happen. So it creates this incredible compression of activity. Visits during that time are worth $9 a visit, and the conversion rate, the percentage of folks that actually purchase, goes up to about 7.4%, which is absolutely insane. And
I mean, I can definitely cite my experiences going home and then seeing my inbox full of Cyber Monday deals is pretty hard to resist.
Likewise, especially when you're working on Cyber Monday and don't have a lot of time to shop. It's those hours after work that really intensify.
Absolutely. So what would you attribute to the big increase we're seeing in spending this year?
Merchants are doing a lot right. They're making it easier to do offline shopping with buy online, pick up in store. Allows them to kind of skip the line but still make the purchase online. And then pick it up at their convenience. And they're doing a lot to make it easier online. So smartphones are getting much, much more capable. We're seeing frictionless checkout, not having so many data entry points, taking advantage of unique payment methods that make it very, very easy. And so conversion rates on phones for Black Friday have gone up tremendously. We've seen a 50% year-over-year increase in phone usage. And Cyber Monday was the first time that we actually ever saw more than half of the visits driven from a mobile device. So we think there's really a tremendous amount of untapped potential on mobile.
Absolutely. And it also speaks to the power of web design, right? And making it, there's fewer touch points, making it easier for the customer, a more of a breeze of a customer experience.
It's exactly right? You try to map the experience that you want your customers to have in a brick and mortar store to your online experience. And we've got better tools now to do that, and the websites are just becoming much, much more approachable from a consumer standpoint in terms of making these transactions.
So let's talk a little bit about small businesses. And small businesses are also big on social media, and it's a big way for them to get started. What are some of the trends that we're seeing on small business?
So Small Business Saturday was a tremendous success, a huge lift. Again, a record-breaking Small Business Saturday, as we saw. Lots of great items that are kind of top of mind for customers. And Small Business Saturday has just been, I think, a terrific, again, just a continuous momentum of growth during this incredible holiday sales period.
Now, I was looking at the lineup of the most popular items this season, and I saw that at the top of the list was little live pets, followed by, I think it was iPad. It was a bunch of tech products that millennials and everyone else might use. But why do you think that this led the way?
Well, I think we tend to report on things that are surging, even within a category. And so it's not surprising for us to see surges across multiple categories and product lines. And in fact, these interactive toys are kind of part of technology, right? They're all starting to take advantage of what you can do with the interactions and how you can really create an experience with the toy. And that's not dissimilar to your experience with an iPad or your experience with a laptop. And we saw some incredible discounts on Cyber Monday across all those items. So not at all surprised that we're seeing surges there.
And that's a very good point to say that toys themselves are also becoming very tech immersive. It's all within the same category.
Yeah, it's all starting to kind of come together.
And as a small business owner, what do you think are some of the tips that people can take away from sales this holiday season?
Well, I think there's a couple of things to note. One is that investing in customer acquisition now is incredibly important, right? Our studies have shown that the customers that you acquire during the holiday period are not that different than customers you acquire outside of the holiday period. So they're not just a one and done type of consumer. You're buying into a customer experience that you can then continue on for a high lifetime value experience. And I think that's one of the key points. I'd say email marketing works really, really well. They should continue investing in that. And then investing in the experience of your online property. Make sure that your capabilities on your website are really top notch. Frictionless checkout, high detail graphics and show terrific images and then just really make it easy to discover and then go ahead and complete that purchase.
Now, we already spoke a little bit about this, but where are people buying these products? You mentioned that mobile buying is up a lot. What about, how does it compare to desktop?
Yeah, so we still see a significant decrease in conversions on mobile versus desktop. There's about a $9 billion opportunity if we could close the gap on mobile and get that conversion rate up to where it is on desktop. But customers are shopping everywhere, right? They're shopping online, they're shopping in stores, they're making purchases from crazy places. 5% have reported they're doing it from weddings, 20% from their bathroom.
Wow.
I'm guilty as charged.
I can only imagine. So it's very accessible to just do it on your phone.
Very accessible. And it's all about putting the power in the consumer's hands, right? We really don't think that there's a limit to what's going to happen with these mobile devices as they become really the device of choice for shopping and making purchases.
Now, what is the day to buy? This is a point of contingency, I feel. Is it Black Friday? Is it cutting out of Thanksgiving dinner early on Thursday? Is it Cyber Monday, or is it another day?
Well, we've actually seen pretty consistent discounts from starting on Thanksgiving and really continuing all the way to Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday probably had the very best deals, and I think we're kind of past the surge in terms of deals at this point. My advice to consumers is look for discounts on the products that you're specifically targeting, and expect that there will be some carryover, right? There's a lot of opportunities for these kind of last minute, get your Cyber Monday deal on Tuesday or Wednesday. We're really starting to kind of see that those promotions now are more durable than they have been in the past and not quite so concentrated on a single point in time.
Now, I also saw that the report divides the best deals by category.
Yep.
So there's different kind of items that you get a better deal on. Now that we passed Black Friday, we passed Cyber Monday, what are the best items we can get deals on still?
So Giving Tuesday today is a great day for things like furniture, big durable items. We see the deepest discounts there. But we also need to start paying attention to those out-of-stock dates, and specifically with toys. November 30th is a date to circle on your calendar. That's typically when we start to see some of these high-demand toys go out of stock. And they tend to stay out of stock for the remainder of the season, which means you need to get that shopping done very quickly. Things like jewelry tend to go out of stock on Christmas Eve for obvious reasons. I've certainly made my last-minute purchases at a jewelry store. Christmas Eve is one of the times when you see those shelves quite barren.
Okay. And what are some of the most interesting ways, just looking at the report, for you personally?
So there were a ton of really, really cool things in the report, right? I think one of the things that I found most interesting is that on Cyber Monday, people spent about 11,000 years shopping.
Wow.
It's an absolute incredible amount of time to invest in that. And they're doing it from all these different devices, right? Tablets are approaching desktops in terms of conversion. We're seeing just a terrific lift across the board. And really, I think it has a lot to do with merchants kind of doubling down on that concept of bringing the experience from their stores to their online properties and just doing a great job marketing and getting in front of consumers.
Yeah, I'm very glad you brought that up. As we discussed previously, brick and mortar is definitely making a comeback. It's very experiential. I'm very excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, brick and mortar stores actually have a terrific advantage in online sales. In fact, if you have a brick and mortar and an online property, you'll do about a 28% better conversion rate on your online property. Our surveys show about 47% of customers almost require a tangible experience with these products before they're ready to make a purchase. And that number goes even higher for millennials, to almost 60% saying they need to have an experience with that product before they're ready to buy online.
Wow. Well, I'm really excited to see what this means for small business owners and, big merchants alike.
Yeah, it's going to be a terrific season.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much for joining us, Jason.
Yeah, thanks again for having me. It's been a pleasure. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you too. Nasdaq followers, please stay tuned for more coverage right here from the Nasdaq MarketSite for Giving Tuesday. Joining me right now to talk a little bit about retail this holiday season was Jason Woosley, VP of Commerce at Adobe. Stay tuned.